Man, do we have a lot of basketball to talk about today. Let's do it. Alright, it is season 4, episode 2. James, how are we feeling?
Pretty good. Good. A lot of basketball today. That's obviously my sport, so I'm excited.
Yes.
We got some March Madness, and then we got some NBA. So, and as you can see, there's a chair right here, so we are going to be having a guest.
Yeah, he's trying to make us laugh right now. It's not very
Hey, Harrison.
pleasing.
Hi.
Alright, so we'll start with March Madness,
All right.
and then we're going to have a little draft, so it's going to be fun. Alright, anyway, I'm kind of like cooking you right now.
Yeah, you kind of are. I'm not going to lie.
Score is 57-44. I'm up.
The upsets I needed to happen just didn't happen, to be honest. Like,
Well, New Mexico only got to the second round.
I picked Creighton over Auburn. Didn't happen. They put up a fight. Auburn was just better in the end. I picked BYU over Bama in the Sweet 16.
That's the one I changed 10 minutes before the first game.
Didn't happen. BYU scored 88 points and lost that game.
By 20.
Exactly. Alabama beat them at their own game. They just shot better than them. They played their fast pace, and Mark Sears couldn't miss.
You'll hear something about Alabama in recent rundown.
Facts. Alabama. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, nice. The Florida-Maryland game was kind of underwhelming in the
It
Sweet
was
16.
close. I was too busy watching Alabama BYU, so I missed like the close part. But
Yeah.
then they pulled it away.
Yeah.
Texas Tech. I mean, shout out to y'all, man. Down 13 when I went to bed.
You have them in the Final Four, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Hey, those Gators are going down, baby.
I think it's gonna be a big
Yeah.
game.
It's gonna be a huge game for me and you. It's gonna be a really big swing game.
Yeah, it will be.
And then Houston. I have Houston out in this round, so this could be if they make a big run because you have them winning it all.
I do.
Then you can get a lot of points on that. Obviously, I have Duke winning it all, and Auburn is where I can get my points. I have them in the finals.
Yeah, so I got to get my points off of Houston. You got to get your points off of Auburn. You kind of, if they both do it, you'll end up winning.
Yeah,
so like,
because
if,
we are.
exactly.
Well,
so
if,
I
if
kind of
Houston
need
wins
more.
it all, then if Houston plays Auburn and Houston wins it all, then you win.
Yeah, I don't know. But
It would
Auburn,
be close.
I
would win. I would win because I'm
Yeah.
up by more than 10.
that is true. Auburn looks very beatable. Like very beatable. But I just don't think the matchups that they're gonna get going into the Final Four. I think
They're
they'll
doing
get,
their job.
Yeah, I think they'll get two pretty easy matchups that they can get by. But whether they meet a Florida or a Texas Tech in the Final Four, that's where it's going to be tough. And then Duke looks like they're going to be able to roll to their Final Four, probably a national championship. But I think Houston.
Yeah.
I just think Houston is really, really, really good.
Wait, what's Texas Tech's little hand symbol?
They do this. They
What
do.
do they
A,
say?
it's like a little gun. So it's like a red.
Ba ba
Raider.
ba ba ba.
I don't
Red
think they-
Raiders on
I
top.
don't think they do
baby.
it like that. It'd be more like a.
Oh, yeah, I went-
Wait, we got to do the what's your gun sound like trend? Pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
So get that.
Anyway, wait. So I went to bed and Arkansas was winning by a lot, and then in a dream I woke up and checked my phone and Arkansas had won by like 15, and then I
Yeah.
woke up in real life and Texas Tech had won an OT, baby.
Yeah.
It was a great, one of the greatest moments of my life.
Arkansas,
Um,
it sucks for them because they shot the ball so well in that game. Like they
It
really
has, to stop. It
did.
has to stop at some point. That's what I was thinking the whole first
Exactly,
half. Like
but-
they're shooting so well, Texas Tech's gonna have a chance because they're gonna go into Cold Street.
It was kind of that Tech was hanging around the whole game too. Like they never got down by like. I mean, it was 16. That was the highest lead, but it felt like it was way closer the entire game. Right? It felt like they were right there, and a couple threes they get back into it. But Arkansas was better than them the first 37 minutes of that game probably.
I wasn't watching.
But the last three, Texas Tech just put it on. They were hitting threes. I actually fell asleep too, but I watched highlights. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
you know.
All right.
Cool.
So if you hadn't been able to tell already, we are halfway through the Sweet 16 as we record this.
Yeah.
So Auburn still has to play Michigan.
Which happens at what, 6 o'clock?
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Houston plays Purdue, Kentucky, Tennessee, and then what's the last one? Michigan State.
Yeah, Michigan
and
State versus Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Yeah. So I got all 4 of the games. I have 4 teams in the lead 8 after 4 games yesterday.
That's great. Yeah,
But
that's exactly what you need to do.
But in 2 of my games today, I don't have a chance. And the other 2, Kentucky, Tennessee. I have Kentucky. You have Tennessee.
That's going to be...
And then I have Auburn.
No,
So-
I have Kentucky. We both have Kentucky.
You have Kentucky?
I have Kentucky, yeah.
Oh, great. That's great for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a swing game.
That's a swing game.
I thought you picked Tennessee
No,
earlier,
Tennessee.
and I checked it this morning, and yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, for some reason I thought you picked Tennessee.
Yeah,
I think
no.
a lot of my family picked Tennessee, so I can get some ground there. Okay,
Yeah.
anyway.
I mean, my dad did too. I gotta
Because
win.
my brother
I
went
gotta
all
win.
chalk, so and I'm down
Which
by
this
3.
this is the year to go all chalk, by the way, guys.
Every year. Every year starting now will be better.
Yeah.
All right, so we didn't have the second round covered last episode. So I mean, Colorado State really sold me there against Maryland. I mean, I had them in the Sweet 16, and they
Derek
were winning
Queen.
they were winning with less than a second left, and then they lost. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, Derek Queen had a big shot. There was a lot of controversy over whether he traveled. That was a big
He didn't
storyline.
travel,
He really didn't. He used to gather.
but Gather's not a thing in college technically. I don't think it is.
Technically it is. It is.
I
It
guess.
is.
Part of the rule book.
It technically is. I'm pretty sure it is.
We
can look it up.
I'll look it up.
But it was a really good
Hey,
play.
actually, our
game.
producer, look that up.
Oh yeah, he's the producer. Is that his new
That's
tag?
what he's doing now. He's here to record, so.
What else? What else did we not talk about?
Is
New
the
Mex-
Gather step a rule in the NBA? Or in college basketball, sorry.
It definitely is in the NBA.
Yeah, definitely. Alright,
New Mexico, Michigan State.
I had New Mexico in my Elite Eight, which is tough. I needed to pick one,
Yeah.
and it was ended up being Arkansas. They got far, but and they put up a fight. You know, they just kind of lost at the end.
Yeah.
Michigan State's good, so I'm not joking about that.
I
You
guess
had, you had New Mexico in that game too.
I
so.
did. I didn't have him going as far as you. I just I had him losing the Sweet 16, but I
Yeah.
also had him losing to Iowa State,
and he was in your Final Four.
who Ole Miss shot the lights out in that game.
I didn't
Like,
like that game.
Sean Padula, their main guy, was insane. They weren't really missing shots. I think they shot like 60-something% from three, which is not something they've done all year long. But they were just hitting shots, and that's how you win in March Madness. You get hot. So, that's what happens.
I can't see anything.
Is it or is it not?
You are not allowed to have a guy start.
Okay, interesting. So it would
So
be a
it
travel.
was a travel.
So it technically would be a travel.
It-
But it's the game-winning shot. You don't really
Let
call
the
it
boys
on that.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Iowa State in your Final Four,
I
so
did.
now it's I lost Clemson, you lost Iowa State. Well, we both have no. we both I have Auburn and Duke and Texas Tech. You have Duke and Florida and Houston.
Yeah.
Because
So
you went.
we
chalk
each
like
got 3. So
yeah, we each have 3 left. Let's see.
the fact that you still took Clemson in your Final Four amazes me.
I didn't think it was that bad of a pick.
No. I like the pick. I just don't like if they would have gotten a better matchup in the first round. Like the thing is, it's such a upset-driven game that it's so risky to
They
pick.
played such a good last 8 minutes of that game.
Yeah, they
They
did.
played so bad for the first 30-something minutes. If
Yeah.
they would have played like that for another minute, they would have won the game.
Yeah, I mean, if they were hitting shots, they would have won, right? I mean,
And they would have beaten.
They would have beaten Purdue. I think.
They would have beaten Purdue, I think.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, whatever. You lost Iowa State. We're all right.
Yep.
Is that really it that happened in the second round?
I think so.
Michigan beat A&M. That was a
Yeah.
good game. Auburn beat Creighton.
Yeah, really not much else.
Oh, Arkansas beat St. John's.
Yeah, but that was going on. Remember when we were filming last episode?
Yeah,
it was
but
kind
it
of
wasn't
the middle of
over
the game.
yet.
Yeah, it wasn't over yet.
But
It was-
Arkansas, that was a great win. Arkansas had a great run. Should have won yesterday against Texas Tech, but thank God they didn't.
and the big storyline in that game was R.J. Lewis sitting for the last
he was 3 for 17.
It's kind of crazy. It's just your best player on St. John's is sitting for the last minute, which is just it's crazy to think about, but it made sense. They needed threes, and he wasn't hitting that day. None of them really hit.
BYU beat Wisconsin, which we both had.
We did, yeah.
That was a good game.
That was a really
BYU, was it a close game? I forget.
Oh, yeah, they won by 2.
Won by 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
Wisconsin stormed
Yeah,
back.
we were playing basketball during that, so we didn't.
Yeah, I think John Tonje, is that how you say his name?
I don't know who you're talking about.
He's like the main guy for Wisconsin. He's the transfer. He had like 37 in that game, maybe 34, something like that. He tried to will him back into it. BYU just shot better, and that's what wins you March Madness games. Whoever really shoots better from 3.
Score more points, you win.
Exactly. If you okay, yeah, good point. But if you can't shoot the 3 in March, it's very hard to win basketball games. We saw that with St. John's, and that was the worry. And they go down to Arkansas. So, but we still got 4 more Sweet 16 games that'll decide the Elite 8. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
If I could win it today. I feel like I genuinely could.
You could. If Houston were to go down, you'd win.
If Houston goes down, then it's over.
Yeah, it's over. If Houston goes down, it's over.
But yeah, it's over. Okay. Anyway, that's all I got. Right? That's all you got.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do now?
Reese rundown. Cue the music.
No perfect brackets made it past round 2 of March Madness, so that's a shame. Russell Wilson signs with the Giants. Stephon Diggs signs with the Patriots. Juju Watkins, the star women's basketball player for USC, tears her ACL. Stop trying to look cute, bro. I guess.
My queen, bro.
But Damian Lillard is out indefinitely with blood clots. The Grizzlies fired the head coach. I forgot his name. I didn't write it down.
Taylor Jenkins.
Taylor Jenkins. Alex Bregman is going to play third for the Red Sox, so that ends the drama. Rafael Devers will play DH, or hit DH, and Christian Campbell, their big prospect, will play second. MLB opening day had some big storylines. Tyler O'Neill hit his 6th straight opening day home run. Austin Wells is the first ever catcher to hit a leadoff home run on opening day. The Phillies, Red Sox, Marlins, Giants, and Guardians all win in the 9th inning or later. Willie Abreu for Boston and Tyler Soderstrom for the A's. They both homer twice. Shohei Ohtani's on pace for 108 home runs, and the White Sox are on pace for 162 wins. And the Marlins are on pace for 162 wins. The Orioles homered 6 times in their opening day game. Adley hit 2, Cedric Mullins hit 2, Tyler O'Neill hit 1, and Jordan Westberg hit 1. Texas Tech makes a 13-point comeback to beat Arkansas in overtime, and Alabama hits a March Madness record 25 three-pointers in the Sweet 16. The NBA is scrapping the All-Star Game mini-tournament for the future. And James, what do you think about LeBron and Stephen A's beef?
Ooh, best beef in sports right now. I don't really know. I'm not really on a side. I just I want to see a beef, and that's what's kind of most important to me. I'm not gonna lie. I like seeing people hate each other, which is a really horrible thing to say, but it's fun. It'll all be settled. They're both people who really don't care about being mad at each other for that long. But, Stephen A. Smith called him a liar, and LeBron was mad about him talking about Bronny. I mean, it's real stuff. Like, it's not just all, stuff that, really doesn't matter. Like, him talking about his son and him calling him a liar, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. But I think it's interesting, to say the least. I think it's really weird, but, kind of cool. Something different.
Okay. So are we ready to bring our guest in?
I think we are, if he's ready.
Are you ready, Harrison?
I guess so.
All right, let's bring him in.
Come on in. You're not really going to be able to see the screen.
Just see it a little. Oh, well, Harrison's in the way.
Harrison's going to be in the way.
Yeah.
My fault.
But it's okay. We'll show it to you at the end.
Oh, very good. Oh, you hit my head. That's crazy. All right, I got my draft board. Right here, so I got to keep it, sealed away from him.
Yeah,
You got to keep it sealed away. Well, mine's not a draft board. Mine's tiers, but...
So,
I studied a lot.
So now
you got that working?
We have a little tier list going. So, Harrison gets first pick. He's at the top. Then me. Then James. And so we'll move the team into the tier, and we're going snake. So
Okay,
you'll get
snake
the second.
draft. All right.
You'll get the third and fourth pick.
Okay, all right.
I like my spot here. Harrison, you start us off with the first pick.
The first
NBA.
pick in the NBA.
We all get 8 teams. I'll tell you the scoring. If you make top 6, you get 2 points. If you make the play-in, you get a point. And if you make the playoffs through the play-in, you get another point. For every playoff game you win, you get 1 point. So the champion will get 16 points. The MVP gets 2. Awards that can get 1: Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Clutch Man of the Year, Clutch Player of the Year, and Most Improved. We might add some if I forgot any, because did you look over it?
Yeah, I don't think you really missed it.
Those all get 1.
That's important.
All NBA player gets 1. If you get first team, you get 2. And all defense first team and all rookie first team get 1. So
the all rookie first team is gonna be interesting to me.
That's how you fill the bottom.
That's how you fill it out towards the bottom. Yeah.
That's why I kind of added it.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, Harrison.
All right,
first
Harrison.
pick. You get the first
pick
pick.
teams, whatever team you want.
Did you not listen to the? Did you look at the?
He wasn't. He wasn't listening to you.
I did. I just,
No, you didn't.
You can look at the teams over there.
Teams-
No, I got it.
Okay, all right.
I want give me the Knicks.
Okay.
He's trying to lose. Okay.
That's an. Hey, I mean, the Knicks is a pick. Maybe he thinks they're gonna win the NBA Finals.
Why do you want the Knicks?
Because Karl-Anthony Towns is averaging a 25-point double-double right now, bud. And he's going to be my MVP.
He's your MVP.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna win MVP.
Him and Jalen Brunson, yeah.
So
Okay.
they can make a run.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
I mean, you're hating right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, let me just take that off from my tier 3.
Tier 3.
Yeah.
They were my 4th team on the board.
Wow.
So
That's insane.
I think they can make a good run. I see them in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
I see the opposite.
Then you're gonna pick the Thunder. You're gonna pick the Celtics.
I see a
Yeah,
bad-
stop looking at my board, big dog.
I
so
see a
boring.
bad matchup for them in the first round. I see a tough series.
so boring.
They're just
The-
not.
who are they gonna play? Like the Pistons?
Depends. Yes, that's not an easy matchup this
Pistons?
year.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take the best team. I'm gonna take the Oklahoma City Thunder,
Okay.
and
Oh, so boring. Bro.
the Celtics are gonna fall to James, which I don't really love.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But-
I get to round this out. I gotta lock in.
I think the Thunder are the best team in the NBA. They have the MVP, which is gonna be big for me. They have Chet, who can make a all defensive first team maybe. They have I'll get another All NBA first team for Shea, so that'll be 4 points off of just Shea, and then they're gonna get top 6. And they're going to get a lot of playoff wins. And so I really like just the overall encompassing points of this team. So I'm going to take the Thunder.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Thunder off the board. I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go with the Celtics. It's the easiest pick, and the reason for it is because I think they're gonna win the NBA Finals again. I picked it at the beginning of the year. I picked a rematch. Celtics Mavs. Probably not going to be that now.
No.
The Mavs sold their whole team.
They're not out of the plan right now.
Yeah, they're at 10. They're beating the Suns. Actually, they're halfway above the
yesterday,
Suns. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Celtics. I think the main reason is Tatum and Brown are gonna make All NBA teams, and I think they're gonna make a run. I also think Peyton Pritchard is gonna win Sixth Man of the Year,
He's good, for sure.
which I think that'll give me a good point. Tatum won't be in MVP conversations; he won't win it, but I do think they're gonna get a lot of wins in the playoffs, and I think that's gonna be helpful. So I'm gonna go with the Celtics, and then I'm gonna.
Well, I'll comment. I don't know who's gonna win the NBA Finals this year. I know it's
Celtics
either
so
gonna
good.
it's gonna be Celtics or the Thunder, or maybe
or the Warriors,
the Cavs, not the Warriors.
or the Lakers.
I'm thinking Thunder, Celtics, Cavs, Knicks are the ones that have a chance. Lakers and Nuggets could sneak in there, but I think Celtics are probably the favorite around with the Thunder.
I would say the Warriors are right,
Yeah, I mean,
right on the edge of the
Warriors.
top 5, if I had to say.
Well, I have Warriors in my 10th spot on the.
That's
I mean,
insane.
if-
I have him at 6.
If Curry stays healthy.
Let's not talk about our draft boards, all right? Let's draft.
Yeah, if Curry still stays healthy, it's like
Yeah.
it's
Let's-
It's Curry in the
Let's
playoffs.
Let's
but-
draft.
Okay, for the first selection of the second
Okay,
round,
remember?
Hmm?
Looking at my draft board over here.
I'm
I
gonna
could care less. No.
go. It's a tough pick. I'm between two. I'm gonna end up going with this team. I'm gonna go with the Cavs. I think they're gonna get Defensive Player of the Year. I think Mobley's gonna win it. I know Draymond's in conversations for it too. Dyson Daniels. I think Evan Mobley will end up winning it. They have a chance to win Sixth Man of the Year with Ty Jerome. Probably not. And they pretty much locked up Coach of the Year with Kenny Atkinson. I don't know what the matchups are going to be, but they've pretty much locked up the first seed, so I think they'll get decent matchups to have a chance at the Eastern Conference Finals. But I just like the pick because they're going to have a bunch of All NBA players, and they're a lock for the playoffs. So I'm going to go Cavs. So Celtics, Cavs. I picked 2 East teams,
Yeah, you
which is
did.
not what I wanted to do. But
yeah, that's the only option you
Yeah.
have basically. So I'm between 2 here in the 5 spot. I have Nuggets above Lakers on my board, but I'm thinking about it like LeBron could definitely see himself on an All NBA team. Luka, of course, can see himself on first team, if not second team.
Yeah.
Is there like a game?
Is
that,
there-
like, you gotta play like 65 games to be on an All NBA?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
I
Yeah.
didn't look at
I think LeBron might make the.
LeBron.
LeBron, he'll be close.
Same
I
with
think he
Luka.
will, but
Luka,
Yeah.
I think Luka he's already like done.
He's already out.
Yeah, 'cause
Probably.
he was
Well,
he was going with that ankle and that leg.
it's-
Okay, well you convinced me. I'll take Jokic
it
and
might
the
be
Nuggets.
55 games.
I think.
You know, that's just 65?
I think it's 65.
Cause
I mean, it
That's
might be 60.
crazy.
It might be
That
60.
was because of Kawhi.
Anyway.
I know that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Nuggets. Jokic is in. I have the top 2 MVP candidates now, so I can't go wrong with that. Jokic will be on All NBA first team. That would be another 2 points. They'll be top 6. I think they have a really good chance to make a big run in the West playoffs, and so I'm gonna take the Nuggets. And I'm gonna trust Jokic here.
Okay, I like that pick. You also got Christian Brown, who could win Most Improved Player. It's another
Yes,
point.
I didn't know that. Until
Yeah,
you just said
Christian Brown's a dog.
LeBron.
Braun? That's his name? Really?
that. Yeah, I think it is. It might be Brown. It's either Brown.
I feel
or
like people pronounce names differently. Like it depends on like.
Wait,
who
do you
you're-
really do?
There's-
There's
there's
people
a
pronounce
diff-
different
Well,
names.
no, I'm saying like
There's
commentator-wise.
there's a different way and a right way to say it.
Where are the
Bars.
Nuggets? Wait,
That's
okay.
bars, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Harrison, it's your pick.
You have 2 back to back.
Yeah. So for my first pick, I'm gonna take the Warriors. Obviously.
Okay, that's your team though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my team. Since don't call me a bandwagon, because I was with them before they won that first chip, the Curry's MVP season. So technically not a bandwagon. But I mean, don't I get Draymond if he?
Yeah, if he
he's
wins
all-
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, and then first team. Huh?
But yeah, he is on the team, so you could.
You could technically get Curry on first team, but it would be hard. But
He'll be
Um,
in 18.
yeah, he'll be. He'll
And
make
then
a team.
Podemski, is he
Okay.
a rookie?
No, he's not. He's
Second year.
Second year.
Yeah, y'all don't have any real good rookies.
You got
I wouldn't say that.
Is Guy Santos a rookie or is it? Has he
Gui.
been in the league?
Who is that?
Gui Santos.
I thought it was Guy.
That's weird.
All right, let's.
Sorry, I
let's
don't
hear
watch
this
much
pick.
Warriors basketball.
Yeah, no, that's alright. So for my second team, I'm gonna go the Grizzlies.
Okay, just fired their coach. Speaking of, I like that pick actually.
It's a solid pick. I had them. What number?
I had him like right.
I had
here.
them 9.
Yeah, I had him right. Here.
So wait, what is this? The 7th pick. So yeah, not bad. Okay.
It's a 6-1.
No, this is the 7th pick.
So 6, 7.
Oh, okay. Shut up.
Okay.
Okay, so who has next pick? Me. Okay, awesome. Lakers are still on the board, but I don't know if I can go with another West team. I have 2 West, 0 East. There's like no good East teams. Like the East falls off so hard after the top 3.
But that's what I think is good about the East is like when you pick East teams,
You get
you're
a-
able to get
like-
like more points because they're better.
Can I see what the Pacers are? Can you pull up the standings, James, and see where the
Pacers are 4, I believe. I can
and
look.
4? I guess behind the top 3.
But either they might be
Not that off.
they might be at
Are they like a lock to get top 6?
oh yeah for sure. Yeah, they are. They're fourth right now. They're all the teams in 6 right now are locks because the Hawks aren't moving up. The Hawks are like 6 games back from 6. So the 6 in the East are locks.
I want the Lakers, but they have the injuries. I think the Pacers can make another big run like they did last year. Maybe not as big, but they can get some points there. They have Halliburton, who's I don't know what he could get here, but I think Miles Turner could be all defensive first team guy. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take the Pacers. I needed the East team.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay. They fell to me, so I'm just gonna take them. I'm not really gonna think about it much. I'm gonna go with the Lakers.
That's a perfect pick for you.
I'm gonna grab a West team. They're pretty much. I think they're gonna be in the top 6 by the end of the year. They're not gonna get much award wise. Like they're really not.
But playoff wins, man.
But playoff wins, and I think LeBron will be on an All NBA team. Luka, I don't know if he qualifies. I think LeBron's gonna qualify. I don't know about Luka.
Austin Reeves might sneak on.
Yeah, I mean Austin Reeves is having one of the best years, the best year of his career. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Lakers just because of playoff wins. I think they got the most upside. And then this is a tough pick.
Yeah, well, okay.
Because there's so many different ways you can go.
The Lakers was like a perfect pick for you. I wanted to take them like 2 rounds ago, but all the West teams I had, you needed the West team, and you got a perfect one right there. So that was, kudos to your drafting right there.
Appreciate that. Okay. I think I'm gonna stay in the West, and I'm gonna pick up the Rockets.
Dude, I was
and
pick them.
I think there's some All NBA quality players on there.
Like it. Alfred Sengun.
Yeah, probably.
Good.
Sorry,
viewers.
And then you have a bunch of defensive minded players. No way! You want to hold it?
Stop doing that.
The Garrett Temple ball.
Yeah, can I hold it?
Yeah, you can hold it. It's signed. Be careful. It's signed.
Where?
Garrett Temple.
Yeah, that's not worth anything.
You don't know who Garrett Temple is?
All right, James.
You don't know who Garrett Temple? Wait, whoa.
You know who LeBron is?
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Rockets. I just think it's the best pick. I'll stay in the West. They're gonna be a top 6 for sure. And I think they can get a couple wins if they don't get a bad matchup.
Point for the Lakers for Brian James.
Who's gonna win deep boy? It's gonna be Evan Mobley.
Mobley or Draymond, I think, is right now. Dyson's at 3rd, I think. Dyson Daniels.
Okay, I'm just going through it here.
He's pretty off. Like it's Mobley and Draymond really.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I need another East team maybe, but you know what? Okay, so with Damian Lillard out indefinitely, that's a shame. I was gonna pick the Bucks.
Zion's still dealing with injuries.
And the Timberwolves, the Pelicans were my next pick. Anyway, the Timberwolves, they have Anthony Edwards. I don't know what kind of season he's having, but I'm assuming he'll be somewhere near an All-NBA team, yeah?
Probably, yeah. Probably not first, but yeah.
Okay. Who else do they have, though? They have Julius Randle.
They got Gobert, who could be a defensive guy.
Okay, yeah, you're convincing me that
they
can win a lot of. Then they can win a lot of games in the playoffs. I would pick the Bucks, but they just don't have Dame, and so I'm gonna take the Timberwolves.
Okay.
Take a flyer on them. Have my 3rd West team.
I like that pick. Your pick.
Harrison, you're up.
I get 1 or 2.
You get 2.
Always get 2.
2. All right, so my first one, I'm going to go Detroit Pistons.
Oh, that's a good pick.
All right.
I like that pick.
Cade Cunningham's going to be, most improved player of the year, obviously.
Yep.
And, man, who else I got? Who's a rookie this year? I forgot.
I got Ron Holland, but they could get coached. They could get coached.
Don't tell me. Okay. We're getting to the point where I need to get some picks in. Okay.
And then for my second team, I'm going to have to go with,
You can look at the standings if you want to. You want to look at it? That's the East. You want to look at the West?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Magic for some reason. I like Paolo. Give me the Clippers.
Okay.
Kawhi, Harden, they're both healthy for the first time in years.
They are.
That obviously helps them out. And
Norman Powell playing like an all-star.
Norman Powell's insane.
Yeah, he's.
I wouldn't say he's insane, but he's playing good.
He's playing really, really good.
Yeah.
Are you paying attention to your East and West split, or are you just kind of like winging it?
Oh yeah, you do have.
You're looking good right now.
You have East and West. I like that.
You got 3 and 2, so you're accidentally doing really well.
Accidentally? No, that was on purpose.
Yeah.
Your big boo. She's getting a little nervous in that chair.
Now,
he's sweating.
I've got to make a pick here. I'm halfway through my draft. I'm between Bucks and Magic. Can I see where the Magic are in the standings right now?
I believe they're at 7, 8.
They're not getting in there, are they?
No, top 6 probably no. They need a
Okay,
They need
give
a
me Giannis. Give me Giannis. Give me the
Okay.
Bucks.
All right.
I trust Giannis. Probably all NBA team.
The scary part is if the
Um,
Bucks do drop a bunch of games, which it probably won't happen. There's only like 14 games left.
Yeah,
this
and
season,
Giannis
but-
is Giannis.
Yes, and
You
yeah,
can make it all defensive team, maybe, or all defensive first team. Probably not, but
Not
it
first
could.
there's a chance he could grab second.
That's not a point here, so.
It'd be tough. Okay,
It's gonna be a second team.
I love that this team fell to me. I wanted to take them earlier, and I was scared they weren't going to come back. I'm not going to get a top 6 for this one, but I'm going to go with the Atlanta Hawks, and the reason for that is I think they could get Clutch Player of the Year with Trae Young. He's got a shot, and
But that's
defense-
such a crazy cherry picked award. Like I don't like it.
Clutch Player of the Year. Yeah,
It's just
it's
like-
kind of
Bro,
weird.
Steph Curry won it last year. Like, I don't, there's nothing really to it.
Yeah, it was like De'Aaron Fox and Steph Curry.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
just-
that's so subjective.
It's just really good
if
scores.
If you hit one game winner, you're already in the conversation.
Yeah, but also Dyson Daniels is in the conversation. He'll be defensive first team most likely, and Reece Shea will be a rookie that will be on first team. And I think they can make some noise in the playoffs if they get the right matchup. So I like the Hawks here just because I think some awards will help out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go Hawks, and then I know the Magic are there, and I'm interested in picking the Magic, but I don't know if I want to.
Got Paulo.
I just don't know what kind of noise they could make if they get a matchup against the Celtics. I don't trust it, and they're not going to get me a top 6.
Franz.
Yeah. Oh, this is a tough pick. I'm not gonna lie.
Who's their big man?
Yeah, that's getting tough. We're getting down to it.
They don't really have good big man.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick in the East, and I'm gonna go Miami Heat.
Wow.
And that is
Explain that one.
And that is because of Tyler Hero has a chance to make third team All NBA. I've heard his name in that conversation. Bam Adebayo most likely will be on a defensive team, and Khalil Ware will give me a rookie team for sure.
First team.
There's a good chance, yes.
Well, first team is all you get. So.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think that he can make a little bit of noise with some kind of things. And if they get a good matchup, they're really scary going to the playoffs, especially with Wiggins and the new addition. I like it. I like their matchups.
All right. This is a really tough pick for me. My Magic are still on the board.
Yeah.
I don't really know if I trust them. The Suns are next on my board because they got Durant and Booker who could both make All NBA teams. But I don't trust the Suns in the playoffs, and this is a futures draft. I get points from winning playoff games. I think the Magic can win playoff games, so I'm gonna go ahead and even my draft board out 3-3. Take the Magic.
Okay. Harrison pick again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harrison's pick. So
Um,
Harrison, you're finishing up. No, you're not quite finishing up your draft. You're too
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, you'll come back for one more.
You should have taken them, but you didn't. But I'm gonna take the Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
Because they'll have Booker hasn't been playing great, but Durant's been playing really good. And
He's averaging like 36 in March.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll believe it when I see it with the Suns, man.
40.
yeah. No, like I'm not joking. This season is a season from hell, bro.
I'll believe
Like,
it when I see it in the playoffs. They just haven't done anything with this core, and other than like,
Well, I mean, as long as Bradley Beal stays hurt,
We're so much better when
Oh,
Bradley
they'll be
Beal was
good.
hurt.
I think they'd
but-
rather Bradley Beal be off the team.
If
That
they,
money,
and if they
but-
play Bowl
Yes,
more,
if we can
whatever it is,
get rid of Bradley Beal some way this summer, we keep Kevin Durant, which is most likely not going to happen.
and you start Bowl.
I agree, bro. Bobo's hooping.
Alright.
We got a lot of energy from young guys though. So and you got a chance with Ryan Dunn on first team too.
All right, here's something you think.
For my second pick, I'm gonna Spurs.
Damn,
Okay,
dude, no!
Good pick.
Yeah.
Good pick. Rookie of
God,
the year
bro.
right there.
Yep.
I was gonna go with
Yeah.
Rookie of the year.
Didn't think he'd fall.
You'll snag at least 2 points for that, I think,
Yeah.
because I think he's going to win Rookie of the Year,
Yeah, he will.
Yeah,
and,
So
I'll
there's
say
only 2 points of
and
snag.
then he'll
though.
obviously make first. That's
the
easy.
Bulls,
Yeah.
The Bulls are pretty barren. I don't
That-
think
that,
they have
like-
anybody.
The Spurs, they have just the two. They just have 2 points. You're gonna get 2 points, and you're not gonna get anything else. That's
Yeah.
basically what you're at with the Spurs.
That is
But
correct.
points are points.
Yeah, points are points at this point in the draft, right?
I'm still happy with my New York Knicks pick.
Okay, that's definitely interesting for sure.
All right, my pick now. I'm between Kings, Bulls. Kings have Sabonis, and he's having a good year. He can maybe get third team. Who else do they have? Do they get any
I
rookies?
got DeRozan and Levine.
Do they have any rookies?
Keon Ellis
I think the Kings.
is their defensive
They're the
guy.
9th seed right now. I feel like they could
I mean,
make the playoffs.
Ain't no way you have.
It's gonna be tough.
Ain't no way
They're
you have
slipping.
Levine
And they might be out of it
Sabonis
completely.
in a nice season.
Yeah, like if the Mavs,
What do the Bulls look like when they're playing?
they're locked. I think they're pretty much locked in. Like the Raptors aren't gonna make a jump. They're locked in the play-in.
And they can make this 8 seed too.
They'd have to win 2 games, obviously, and then they have to go play like a
Well,
Magic.
they can make the 8 seed in the regular season. They're a game
Yeah,
and a
it's
half back.
possible. Yeah,
They're a game and a half back. It's nothing.
possible. Yeah.
Low-key valid. You know?
And they have Buzelis, who could snag me in first team, maybe.
Probably not.
Matisse? Bro, no, he not.
Probably not this year.
Josh Giddey could get most improved. I haven't thought about that.
No.
It's possible.
You got 2 better options.
You're reaching.
It's possible,
You're
but you
reaching.
got 2 way better
Bro,
options.
that's my second to last pick.
You're
Okay.
reaching.
Yeah, but you got to go for wins over that. But yeah,
Okay, I'm
So
gonna
you-
go with the Bulls. They're hot right now.
okay, I like it.
And I'm
So
gonna
I,
go
I,
take-
I wanted to pick them, so that's why I was trying to tell you not to
Yeah,
pick
you're
'em.
too cool.
Dude, you dirty dog.
This is tough. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd pick the Wizards just for Sarr.
Dude, that's what I was thinking too.
What the hell?
I
Oh.
know.
Did you not? No,
I
hold
would've
up.
picked-
Can you relax?
They're gonna get picked. Like I
You're
get
gonna
2
need-
picks in a row.
Yeah, you're gonna need to stop giving him stuff right now. All right.
I gave him one
I
thing.
have 2 picks.
And you
I have a
crashing
pick here
out.
after him. All right.
I'm crashing out.
Trying to win here, man. Trying to win.
Yeah, it's not a lot of options. I'm not gonna lie here. I'm gonna go the Wizards.
First you,
just so I
Harrison.
can keep thinking. I was gonna pick them a second either way. Like you weren't.
They weren't gonna be there for you.
And then you know what? I'll go with the Mavs. I'll just take them because if they do slip into a spot and AD is able to come back, which I think they should just shut him down for the year and get a better pick. But if it's the last pick in my draft, so I think it's the best out of all the
They
options.
have a chance to
here.
make the play-in, and so that's really all you can
They
ask
do,
for.
and they have a chance to make the play-in. And if AD comes back, they can win 2 games in the play-in. So,
Yeah, he's balling out on.
Okay, well, I have one more team left on my
dude,
draft
my
board.
team's looking tough. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
my team's looking terrible. I'm gonna lose, but
I
I have.
I'm happy with my team.
I think we're all y'all's teams are good. But anyway, I'm gonna make my pick. Let's finish it off. So I have 1 team left on my draft board. No, I have 2. Kings are on the board.
Yeah, Kings and who else?
Sheesh.
Who's your other team though?
Sixers. Wait.
Why Sixers? Can we explain that pick?
I think it was because of Maxey. They have a chance at All NBA.
That's true.
He could be
He's
he could be
played
a
enough
most
teams.
improved player, huh?
He already won it. So I don't think he'll win it.
Yeah.
You can win it again, but
Yeah,
they
it's
won't
not
give
gonna
it to
happen.
him.
Can't approve to being most
yeah,
improved.
I mean, technically you can. If
I
you go
couldn't.
Like,
The Knicks were
you go
so.
like 10, 20,
Yeah.
30.
The
or
Knicks were
something
so
like
much higher up. I was thinking I didn't even see him. I thought, but then
Yeah.
I was like, wait, there's 2 more picks, and it's.
that. I just don't. I don't trust the Kings.
Well, I trust him enough to get a
Might as
play-in
well.
spot.
Yeah.
I mean, they might get a play-in spot. Sabonis could
Yeah.
find himself somewhere.
It'll be
on these lists.
It's gonna be the Kings, Mavericks, Suns fighting for those 2 last spots.
And I mean, I think Sabonis can maybe find himself on the 3rd team. I think. Who else do they have? Like nothing.
not much.
Is Malik Monk still 6 man?
He's been starting now
Frick,
since
bro.
the year.
Okay. You know what? I think the Kings have a more of a shot for points than the Sixers do. Really, the only thing the Sixers have is Maxey for an All-NBA team. So
Yeah.
give me the Kings.
Okay. All right, and then
Yeah.
Harrison gets 1 more pick.
Well, I guess. Give me Paul George of 76ers.
Yeah.
Paul George's 76ers.
Hey,
Podcast P's 76ers.
I'm shutting it down.
Yo, by the way, Podcast P, you know, you can come over here to the studio if you want to. We can get you another chair, you know, stuff like
I
that.
don't know,
You
you're
can
pretty
take
terrible at
Harrison's spot,
basketball.
honestly.
You've been playing pretty bad, so I don't know if I even accept you.
Let's let a grown adult hang out with a bunch of minors. Something
That'd be a little weird. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Little.
No, it's just a guest appearance.
It's alright.
Yeah, just a guest appearance. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, it's not much.
Yeah.
Not much.
So shout out to the Nets and the Raptors and the Jazz and the Pelicans and the Blazers and the Hornets.
For sucking.
Didn't get
honestly.
Um,
Go get a good pick, guys. It's been the Hornets for 10 straight years, by the
so
way.
who do we
like,
think? Who do we think has like the best chance to win here? I like James's draft. I think
yeah,
James.
I think I did a really good job. Like in the midway point of my draft is what I think I get. I like the Rockets, Hawks, Heats pick. I like what I did there because I think I have a lot of chance for points.
I don't think. I don't really.
That's what I'm messing around with it.
Yeah, your team's pretty good, Harrison.
Your list is Aura. Like the Aura list is Harrison.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is
Yours,
true.
I mean, except for the Thunder and the Nuggets, Pacers are kind
Magic
of
have hella Aura, and so do the Pacers.
Pacers do have Aura. That's a
But
good
you
point.
stole the Spurs from me, which is a good pick. I think I'm
Yeah.
third right now, but I think it's all so close. Like
Well, I
anything
mean,
can
Spurs
happen.
would have been higher.
Yeah, like, I
obviously,
think- I
if
really
they
like
were
the
still
Bulls
alive
pick.
and stuff, you know.
I was impressed with the Bulls pick.
There's so much parity. Like
Also, shout out to Victor.
It's
Hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, Vic, how's your shoulder, dog?
Yeah, him and Damian
Vic?
Lillard.
Vic.
Victor
Let's see if he
with
figures
banana.
out.
Oh, Victor.
crap.
Banana.
Victor with banana. Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta get him a nickname.
And
Or I guess it's alien.
I think it was a pretty close
like that.
draft. If we all have a chance, there's so much parity this year that anyone can make a run. Anyone can take anyone down. So, thank y'all for listening. I have no idea how long this was. And
Too long.
we'll see y'all in episode 3. Yeah, we'll see y'all in the
Harrison,
next
you want
one.
to give us the outro?
Yeah, I just want to say keep God number one and can I get a please burger cheese?